Many people say that San Diegans, they are worried about the growing trend of some of their favorite places to eat.
Dozens of restaurants are adding an extra surcharge. And 10 News reporter Jeff Lasky spoke with customers who say they refuse to pay it.
At many popular San Diego restaurants, customers are finding much more than just food and sales tax on their bill.
Went out to dinner with my wife, and I think it was called Indigo Grill. And I walked in and I noticed this on the bill.
Stephen Fisher is describing the first time he saw this extra surcharge at the bottom of his bill. It's become common among higher-end restaurants around San Diego, an extra 2 to 4%, with the explanation that it's because of rising costs, specifically California's increasing minimum wage. Fisher complains whenever he sees a restaurant use that surcharge.
So I called the manager over and let her know. I found it offensive, and she was very apologetic. It's not her fault. And they said they almost always tell me that they find it offensive too, but they can't do anything about it.
Fisher is seeing the surcharge more often. The Cone Group uses it at more than 24 local restaurants. Carl Strauss has a big sign right out front with surcharge in big letters. I met Fisher outside another restaurant with the surcharge, Brigantine. I asked them why they used the surcharge rather than just raise prices. They emailed back saying transparency. Rather than just arbitrarily raise menu prices, we felt that it was better to let our guests know why we are raising prices. Fisher doesn't buy it.
That rings hollow because they don't put on there a surcharge for their corporate overhead, their managers' bonuses and salaries. They don't put on a surcharge for this shopping center's exorbitant rent. They only seem to want to put a surcharge on for the least among us, the working average guy.
Fisher says managers will often remove the charge if he complains, but he says it's not about the money, it's about restaurant owners making a political statement on the menu.
Just raise the price and keep it out of my face.
Jeff Lasky, 10 News.
The Cohen Group declined to comment for this story. Carl Strauss never got back to us. A group of San Diegans sued over the surcharge, calling it illegal. The judge ruled in favor of the restaurants.